Boleh apa Pak? Boleh apa Pak? Sisi boleh tak absen?
Hi, good morning.
Sorry, I was like,
No problem.
like to walk a bit.
I think
Okay. Welcome to my BCC. Bun, tadi dikasih tahu macam-macam.
Belum Pak, karena pada masih
Good morning.
Morning.
Sorry, a bit late. I was cycling.
Oh yes, thank you. Very nice to meet you.
Hi. Sorry for losing.
No. Yeah.
So welcome to my comment center.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Your Excellency, thank you very much for meeting us. Maybe we introduce ourselves.
Okay.
I'm Yin Yin. I'm looking after Southeast Asia in IE Singapore. Yes, and I think you've met my colleagues Jessie, as well as Jin Shen. Yes.
My tour guide.
Yes. So we assigned Jin Shen to personally attend to you in Singapore. And actually we've met in Singapore before, but there was a big group together with Ambassador. We had
In your office.
Yeah, the meeting with the companies, also ambassadors, residents. So really we are trying to look at different ways to collaborate. But let me introduce the rest of my colleagues. So Aga, who's also from our Jakarta office in the Singapore Embassy. I have with me Sophia, who's the head of the Infocom division in IE Singapore. So I bring the right division to see how we can cooperate. Yeah. And with her is her colleague Phoebe as well. So basically the way IE is organized is that we are from the Southeast Asia part, where we will engage with, for example, the Southeast Asian countries like yourself, in Bandung. The Infocom division, what they do is that they account manage, look after Singapore Infocom companies. So wherever they want to go in the world, then they will tell them, and then we will help them. So if they want to go, let's say China or America, the Infocom division will understand their needs. And then if they want to go to, let's say, Southeast Asia or Indonesia, then we will help them in the market. And of course, we try to encourage them to look at Southeast Asia for investments. So this is how we work matrix in IE Singapore. Yeah.
Because IE is driving Singapore's external.
Yes. And you're familiar with that we are part of the Singapore government. So our job is to help Singapore companies to invest overseas, because Singapore is so small, it cannot do business in just Singapore alone. So we have to do this. So we have the course today by Equaria. They are doing the e-government course. So we hope it will be useful for the officials. And I think Mr. Fong later will come also to explain a bit more of the course to Your Excellency. But we also wanted to understand a little bit more, about the Technopolis project, because the last time you presented it to us, and we asked some of the companies, if they would be interested. We have some companies who have been doing, for example, technology parks, in other countries as well. So we asked them, maybe they can consider Bandung because you have this vision, of the Technopolis. And they mentioned that, they are open and interested to understand further, but then they need more information to study the viability of it. So that's why we came to seek Your Excellency's advice on this. How they can understand the viability. Whether there is any anchor tenants already, or what is the demand for it, because they are interested to know further.
Nggak ada yang PDF terbaru?
Ada Pak.
Okay. First of all, welcome to Bandung. The two gentlemen.
Okay. Yeah, we will have the agenda about e-government later, but I think now
They should they should come and listen also.
So it's
So yeah, actually, the reason why we didn't bring them up is because we wanted to speak about two projects first, maybe, and maybe they are not involved. I think one of them was the SMRT project,
yes,
as well as the other one is about, I heard that there's an interest in waste to energy as well. And for the waste to energy, actually I spoke to Keppel Segas to ask about their interest, and they said they are keen to know more. But I understand that the previous project, I think there was also a waste to energy project that was actually tendered out. So I want to understand how, if Keppel Segas is interested to speak to your team, what is the late, is it going to be put out to tender again, a new project in a new location, or is it going to be in a similar location?
Okay. First of all, I will explain a bit about the Technopolis.
Sure.
Next month, Bandung will witness the process of $100 million investment in technology by US company.
Okay.
Yeah. The company name UTC.
UTC.
You can Google it. It's an aerospace company. I asked why you choose Bandung. So the answer, three things, which makes me confident. Number one is we have a pool of very competitive engineers. Yeah, that can do lots of things. Second is the weather is nice, so people love to stay in the nice weather, of course. Number three is our living cost, of course, is more affordable. So the three things. This is the reason why this US company choose. They said before we were thinking to move somewhere in Southeast Asia, but after the careful decision, they decided to station in Bandung. So this gives me confidence that this logic is there. Now, but the technology itself, I think. The President of Indonesia, Pak Jokowi, I met him twice last month. He are very seriously to think about this. He's planning to create at least 10 technoparks. Something maybe your government should talk, because I don't think our government has that experience. Even though somehow I lecture Mr. President, I said, Mr. President, you should be very careful about the logic of economy. There is a technopark in the smaller scale, and there is a technopark in the larger scale, which I call it polis or technopolis, because Bandung is a city that you just cannot simply put technopark somewhere without the logic of population, economy, educated people, and so on. But they are very interesting. So, Bandung is 2.5 million now, will be double in 4 million. Indonesia, 240 million. Middle class is 50 million. This middle class will be growing into 100 million in the next 20 years. So when you see Indonesia, there are two. If you want to expand your business in Indonesia, Bandung is a gateway for ICT related business. Or if you want to do a global project using Indonesian competitive engineers, Bandung also provide this pool of talent. So if either goal, Bandung is ready. Either you want to expand, for example, once we have this thing with the Singapore team,
Equaria,
Equaria done, I can tell another 500 city and municipality about the opportunity. So Bandung can be the laboratory of successful model. Once this model is there, everybody will follow. That's how we do things in Indonesia. For something like this, I have to knock the door, and every door that I can, just to say I need comment center, because nobody wants the hell is comment center. Even the parliament wants to delete the budget because they didn't understand what is the comment center. So I have to, and suddenly after this, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs wants to have comment center. The Ministry of Domestic Affairs wants to have this. The Ministry of Public Reform also wants to have this. And all cities.
Yes.
So if the Singapore company see this in the long term, Bandung is a stepping stone.
Yes.
Mark, sorry if I may ask, for UTC's investment into Bandung, does the Bandung government provide the land for them to develop there, or are they do they talk privately with the developer of Technopolis, for example?
Privately. We just become the, I said to them, as a mayor, I become your butler. Because sometimes I'm still building my reform.
Sure.
So if I just leave them to the system, sometimes they don't really as quick as they expected. So I speed up the process.
Okay.
First of all, the reason I moved here, I have two goals. Goals number one is I have to reduce the burden of the city. Now everybody walks to alun-alun area, all direction, traffic jam every day. So if I move to here, I can reduce the burden of the existing city to here. This is good. Why? Because it's bordered by the toll road, it's bordered by the train. Then also I will move my government center to here. So it's like Putrajaya next to Cyberjaya. So this second, of course, when I create this new center, it's really level and play, not only for residential as the typical new development. This is why we are very confident. If you see this, the brown circles, it's all strategic industry that can become the partner. Yeah, this UTC Aerospace Company is has a relation with PT Pindad and also PTDI, the aeroplane company. Pindad is military equipment company. We have technology company, biopharma research company based in the country, and so on and so on. This is why Bandung differ with other city, because we are an intellectual city. And also the closest city to Jakarta, in that sense. So this is the land that master plan. But the thing is, this is a white collar kind of city, because it will be focused on the research and the added value. But we are thinking to have south of the area for the factory of high-tech equipment. Say a company wants to build chip, microchips, that will be located here. The second big project of this, requested by the president but not yet visioned by me. The reason why is because this is belong to another city. It's close to my city, but I cannot touch. It's not my city. But the mayor next city once told me, it's up to you, Mr. Ridwan. I follow, even though this is my land. So there is already goodwill from because if not, there's no added value to his land. But if follow our vision, I give him added value to his land, more or less. So the Singapore government have two options. Sorry, your company have two options. Either take some part of the already fixed master plan. Say you either, there are options. You buy the land and build your own building and bring your Singapore company. Or you ask the Samarekon to build the building and you lease for long term. That's another option. Okay. And I want to create our own Technopolis. Then we can talk to this another mayor, and that can be vision from the scratch. with me with the things.
So that land belongs to him. He's
Belongs to him.
That's the government land.
No vision yet,
Mm.
but it's border with my Technopolis.
I see.
But the next town should be more production
Base.
based,
Manufacturing.
manufacturing related to ICT and technology. But the Technopolis here is more research, it's more white collar community and so on.
May I ask, in this park that is already planned, are the fiber networks all in already, the internet?
No, the plan is only now, next month we open the toll road.
The
here.
road? Yeah.
And the first building will be groundbreaking somewhere here.
Okay.
So in 1 year, we start doing the first step, which is the constructions of roads and all utilities under the.
Including
So-
those internet fiber
Yeah,
network?
of course. We are planning the master plan for the smart city of
Yes.
there. Yeah.
Yes.
We haven't decided who's going to do that.
Okay.
Japanese company interested, or maybe your company
Yes.
are also
Yes.
interested. We can package it as one deal.
Yes.
Uh,
We are interested.
Because Japanese company is very aggressive.
What about data centers? Are they planned inside already?
Now, the developer doesn't know really how to take off in terms of
ICT.
data center, need one or two or not. It's still a blank.
Ah.
What they have now is, Mr. Mayor, I follow your vision. So I give up our before only the residential into the city. So they're really waiting for my instruction. So if I said have to have data center, I think they will follow. So with our designer, we already detail, yeah, because this building also related to certain logic, yeah, for the urban design, urban planning. We want to create the best city in Indonesia. We carefully design the streets and everything. For example, also, we will have a train station that become the center, yeah, for this Technopolis. We will have the land. We already processed the permit. Again, if there is a company in Singapore wants to invest in the train station that next to logistic hub, so all product in West Java will take off from here using the train, going to the port of Jakarta and to the world. Yeah. So that's also, if there is a logistic company want to invest in Bandung, that's also another opportunity. As you see, we learn from all Technopolises. That's the advantage of the late arrival. We can learn first. I think we want to create a city that very alive. Yeah. That's why we inserted many residential components to make sure 24-hour busy. People doing things ground floor and walking upstairs, yeah. Commercial cinema and so on and so on. This is following the Singapore, of course, green and the blue plan.
Looks familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, this looks almost like
very exciting.
And all these are under Sumarekon as well, or different developers?
The same, it's only Sumatera.
So the main
I
developer is
see, I
Sumarekon.
see. Okay.
if we want to share ideas, we should come to the mayor and then you will speak
Yeah.
to the developer.
Yes.
No problem.
Yes.
Mm.
So I think, Mr. Mayor, we just to update, we have some companies that we try to encourage them to look at this Technopolis too. They have been they have been developers of technology park and big ones, a big mini Technopolis, you know, in other countries. So they have some experience, you know, building technology parks, big ones, and also attracting, for example, technology companies to go be tenants in that park. So we introduced to Sumarekon.
Yeah, the company is Ascendus. You've met them before? okay, anyway, they are related to, I think you visited JTC, Jurong Town Corporation. So JTC has a private company under them called Ascenders.
Oh yeah, we met them.
You met them already. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So they had some preliminary discussion with Sumarecon, and
I bring Sumarecon to them.
yes. So then I think they were hoping to also, I mean, just to have a bit more information so they can study the viability of it. So, you know, for example, what are the other demand that you see? Like thank you for sharing with us UTC and all that. So I think they also want to look in more detail, you know, so that they can do a more detailed study with regards to. Do you all have like maybe a master plan that can be shared with them, and or some feasibility study that you all have done before with regards to this, so they can study in.
Yeah, we have the printout version of this.
Sure.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, let me continue.
Yes.
So basically, again, still an open book. Yeah. So if this Jurong wants to be partner, we are very open. But basically, we have this plan. Now this one would be the first block for startups or research center office that will dedicate it to our first step for the technopolis. And we have this already designed with our architects how to. Upstairs is the working space, downstairs is all the community, and within what we call Barcelona block, because we love the urban quality in Barcelona, so we want to create a sense of good urban environment. This is the smart city. This is where also the big projects come in terms of installing all the technology to. And this is my government center. So we'll move everything here. Construction starting next year.
Okay.
And we will have a series of floods, lake to control the floods. But we want to follow your Garden by the Bay models, creating a system that also become a destination for the, and the governor wants to build a more floating mosque, like in Putrajaya. And I will move my residence somewhere here.
Nice.
So I think that's more or less the planning. So again, you have three options. You come, you buy the land within the Technopolis in the size that your group of company can do things by their own.
So we need to do the demand aggregation for that.
And second is you can express interest by just leasing the space, for example, for long-term contract. Or third, more bigger, which is taking over the land outside the toll road, but belong to another city, but already follow the vision that you can redesign. Envision the new technology, but we have to come up with more factory production type of the business.
Yes.
So that's more or less the Technopolis.
Yes, thank you very much. Maybe to just update you, Mr. Mayor, so similar to bringing Equaria to take a look at Bandung, the Singapore company, where they want to actually set up a development center. Actually this week we also brought another Singapore company to take a look at Bandung, you know, because we told them this is the Silicon Valley of Indonesia. So they are also another infocom company. They do trading platforms. They develop trading software, you know. So we also brought them to see here. So definitely we want to encourage more Singapore companies to see Bandung as a place to really set up their InfoCorp, ICT business, etc. because it's the right place. So that's definitely like what you say, one of the ways where they can come and cooperate with Bandung. The other one is that we wanted to inform that we have also been meeting universities in Bandung. We met with ITB as well as Telkom University because the Singapore government ourselves is working with the Singapore IT Federation to come up with a global talent network where we will hire professionals from, let's say, Indonesia to be the professionals in the companies that Singapore companies set up in Indonesia. For example, let's say Equaria set up a development center, they will need to hire a number of workers, professionals, and we want to hire, good Indonesians that can be part of this this company. That's why we went to meet with ITB. We want to do an alliance with ITB or Telkom University, depending who is the more appropriate one, and then we will do offer internships with the university or jobs for the graduates or the alumni. So we wanted to update you that we also met with them as well. So those are some of the ways that we can cooperate, and definitely we appreciate if your staff can give us maybe the more detailed feasibility study of this, that we can also show the developer of the technology parks, Technopolis, so they can further study and talk in more detail with Summarecon as well. Yeah. So we just now.
I don't have the document with me, but I can send you.
Yes, thank you very much.
I think this is important because the feedback given when we visited the university, the quality of students are very good. So we also want to be able to groom these talents together for Singapore companies so that when they do the projects here, they have some very good talents from Indonesia. So definitely this is an area that we are very keen in. We also wanted to ask you, we are very keen in the ICT master planning portion. If we can work with the developer, say for instance, we could have companies that may invest in the Wi-Fi network together with the developer. So because developer will be very much infrastructure driven. So we can come in with the IT portion of it. We have companies that provide Wi-Fi communication, so they can invest in the infrastructure and work with the developer to provide a service for people who are tenants who are in this technology. Yeah, because we need that basic element to make it smart, because this has to differentiate from a usual city. To be smart, that means the connectivity must be there. We are looking at Internet of Things, how buildings are connected, how we use smart grid, smart traffic system, smart street light. These are things that we are very, very keen to work with developers.
That will be my plan for 2015.
Yes.
Is shifting the infrastructure projects to private sector. For example, simple things. Within our budget, we can only buy 100 CCTV over there. But what we need is 4,000 CCTV.
Exactly.
If I wait all my years, it's take time. But if I can invite high-tech company
To do it.
provide the 4,000, then we just pay monthly
Service.
the agreement service for the long-term contract.
Is it okay? This is
Yeah,
a good model.
that's the way we will do.
Yeah.
We need to upgrade all the traffic light into the smart traffic light. We don't have the money. We ask the company to build. We pay the service.
Yes.
So they should go, including the internet providing and so on.
Yes. This is what we are thinking of because.
So how can, for example, such companies, how would you advise us to go about it? Do they talk directly to one of your officers to see how they can?
Just bring the related company. I think from that we can make decisions.
Okay.
On how about the scope and.
Understand.
But usually you need to have a local partner. So
Yes. For
That's
Singapore,
simple.
Singapore companies are very open in
They
working
always
They want to work with local partners.
So
Yes.
it's good, to have the cooperation.
Correct.
Yeah, because they may not be familiar with how to do business here. It's always good. Yeah. Okay. So with regards to the waste,
Sorry, I think we should bring up Equaria
Yeah,
as well
okay,
already
that's
lah,
fine.
because
Yeah. Maybe we
Okay.
invite the company up and they update you about the e-gov platform they're planning to.
This command center is not yet fully operated. The staff is under training,
Yes.
and the uniform, the Star Trek uniform also.
Yes, it's very nice. I was just saying, Ibu Dini, like really like Star Trek.
So I noticed there are some modules that the data is still not there yet, but you have already put the plan for it to be there. So I
It's
think
only
Equaria-
1/3.
Yeah,
It's
Equaria
only
will work on, hopefully can have the chance to work on some of the database and
Yeah,
and
because they are
upload it.
well versed in all
Yeah.
these e-government
He
services.
is very good in doing platforms. He already have a solution
Yeah.
platform. He's been conducting workshop for a lot of countries, including I think Brunei, Africa, engages them a lot to do this e-gov platform. They put modules of software.
Maybe I invite them to sit there.
Dr. Fo?
Hi.
No, let me see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
Dr. Fo?
Is it-
Thanks, Pak.
No. Yeah, Dr. Fo. sit down.
Yes.
Maybe we
Yeah.
invite Dr. Fong to give you an update on what they are
On
doing.
the workshop
So,
they are
yeah.
doing with the
From the
officials.
setup, from
Yeah.
last year till now, they have already set up an office in, they're in the process of setting up an office in Bandung,
Okay.
hiring.
Yes, and they want to
Yeah.
hire. They say the alliance we have with the university. They
Yeah.
say he immediately want to hire.
Yeah.
Before we even sign the MOU, the university he says he wants to hire.
That's what I'm saying. In
Yeah.
Bandung, we have a pool of talent.
Yes.
You just switch them to your logic of
Yeah.
business. You just running.
Correct.
Yes, we will need Bayer support on this.
Correct, we need your support because since last year we met in the conference. We actually started trying to set up an office here, and actually right now I think it's more or less there already, the office. We just went to the tax office to do some final paperwork, and then we started also hiring people. So it's we have interviewed about 30 plus 40 people. So quite challenging. They're trying to hire people because the people are very dynamic. They move around a lot. So but nevertheless, I think we should be quite set up.
What would be your office?
Our office is Wisma Bumiputra.
Oh, okay.
There's a building there, Wisma Bumiputra. So
Because the Technopolis is not ready yet.
Yes.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
So I think one of the reasons why we are setting up here is also part of a strategy is to see how to bring our e-government expertise to collaborate with Bandung government to see how to bring up some of the e-citizen services, e-business services. E-business services is important because it will help to attract more investment outside Bandung. So businessmen will be more willing to set up offices. Like even for example, that's why we try out ourselves to see how to set an office here. But it's quite challenging. But it takes us some time to finally iron out all the process and procedures. Only because there is no central site for us to actually find out information. So one of the things that we are trying to do here with your people in this workshop is to identify some of these issues that businessmen will face when they set up businessmen face when they set up office or set up companies and put in investment to it. Because you want to make sure that you yeah, because for businessmen, if you want to invest, they want to make sure that everything is smooth and fast so that they bring money quickly. Otherwise, we have to wait a few months, and then they rather set it up somewhere else, in your neighboring cities that is maybe competitor to yourself in Bandung here. So part of the workshop is to also doing this, but more importantly, we are looking at how to collaborate with your government, how to put this up on the internet. Instead of having put in millions and millions of dollars to set up all this, we actually come up with a scheme where we are doing a subscription model, trying to see with your government whether
The investments.
it's a subscription model such that when the site is up, business people come, you can use that proceeds to also pay for some of the services that we put up. So it's more like a subscription model And subscription model, basically the pricing is actually much lower, ridiculously low. And in the seminar, I hope one of your we will share with them how the subscription model works. Basically, there's a startup fee, and then after that there will be just monthly subscription, and plus there's a transaction fee. That's all. So that will lower down the upfront or capital investment and make city like in Bandung itself more affordable to build all this. So this covers citizens, government to citizens, and government to businesses.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what we're intending to do for our focus for this 1 year is to really partner with you, Mayor, to see how in this 1 year we can bring up profile of Bandung to at least go for the UN e-government ranking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the UN e-government ranking, and this UN e-government ranking is important because all the businessmen in the world looks at the guidance of e-government ranking to see whether the city is easy to do business, and if it's easy, then they will flock in. Because Indonesia is a very big country and population is really huge, so the market is there. So we want to, and Bandung is so near Jakarta. Jakarta is overflowing, so if you can attract a lot of businesses coming here as a second city next to Jakarta, then I think they'll be quite promising in that sense for bringing all the investments of business.
Okay, I think first of all I would like to thank you for your plan to open an office in Bandung. Let me know. You have contact Ibu Dini. Yeah.
Yes.
So anything you need, I'll make sure you have a smooth transition.
Yeah.
Also, as now you are doing this, I might need your direct advice. What's missing in the international standard?
Yes, a lot. Yeah.
A lot. Okay.
But sorry, I'm just very.
He's a good expert.
Because he has seen everything.
He has,
Yeah, we've seen a lot of
he advised a lot
That's
of
the reason
countries.
I'm here as a mayor. Yeah.
Yes.
This is my hometown. For the love of the city, I became a mayor.
Yeah.
I travel many parts of the world, in Singapore, and that's why I want to reform.
Yes.
But sometimes it takes an outsider to tell what's wrong.
Understand.
Sometimes if I'm insider, they say everything okay, everything is in
Yeah.
place. But, so I think maybe next couple of weeks you write me
Yeah, okay.
a recommendation.
Sure.
If you were a mayor, what you would to fix this process that you think is not bad. Okay. Because this is my job.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm not really sure unless somebody told me something is wrong or something. Okay.
Yeah.
That's one thing. So Bandung can be very competitive in the global economy. Second, I think the way our bureaucracy now is getting smarter, getting open-minded, and so something is good. So after the session, the course, we will have a new way of agreement or thinking how to run this concept. For example, you have to see like this. Yeah. Last year, when I told them when I tried to convince that I need a comment center. Nobody understand what is comment center or situation, whatever the name. Even the parliament wanted to delete the budget because they didn't know what is the needs of this thing. But now after this, 3 ministry wants to open this comment center. Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Internal Affairs, the Ministry of Public Reform, Public Civil Reform. Then after that, I have 30-something provinces in Indonesia. I have more than 500 city and municipalities also. And beberapa yang datang ke sini
Udah ada 14 provinsi.
We haven't launched already, and already 14 city wants to come.
Wow. Okay.
Because the staff is under training, and the StarTech suit is not ready also.
Yeah.
So even though we're not launched officially 14 city already launched, so you have to see that also as
Sure.
a big picture. Yeah, this
Yeah.
e-government thing.
Yeah. We'll integrate into this.
It's a big market.
Yeah.
It's a big city. Once Bandung model
Yes.
is finished, because the way we do things in Indonesia sometimes is the mayor. I don't understand what you're saying. I will agree when I see it.
Oh, okay.
That's why I have to build this first, then people will believe. So if we complete this Bandung model, I can easily say to my fellow 500 mayors that just follow what we have with the Singapore corporation. So you will see this long-term projects, yeah, for your company.
Yeah. So one of the e-government initiative that we have will probably be integrated into your command center, where you can click what sort of businesses are starting up this month, what sort of investment have they pulled in, citizens-wise, what citizens in terms of their interaction with the government, whether it is applying for a passport, applying for cars, driver's license, whatever, all those information will be there. You see, and also citizens' complaints of whichever section of the city that is not clean up or things like that, they can all be there, and then your officer around the area will also be contacted to look into those areas. So these are part and parcel of your action command center with the plan to how to serve the citizens and businesses.
For example, we already put the icon for all departments.
Yes.
But when you click, still empty.
Yeah. So what's missing is
Because
the
we don't
data.
have.
The data.
We have the
That's
plan, but we don't. So I think I'm hoping by the end of the year we are progressing, and at the latest next year we are 100% like
Operational.
fully operational in terms of.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I'm trying 2 years planning for us.
So this year, that's why we spoke to some of your officers. We are very committed to see how this year we can bring up your e-government status. We just need 1 year of time to get the whole thing going. Yeah. In terms of serving citizens and serving businesses. Yeah.
And again, the curiosity is there. I talked to many mayors, public officials. They was relating back to this. Once this is complete, and also the reason Bandung is ready also because Bandung is like a gadget society. Yeah, so they do things with gadget now. We are number 6 in the world, the most active social media user for Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah. So they are very talkative.
Interactive,
Interact.
Technologically advanced.
because you have really a lot of universities and all that, so your
Yeah.
talent pool is very strong.
It's also part of the culture.
Yes.
We are a conversation culture. When you have the media to transform the conversation into text.
Yeah. I like some of you should influence some of your culture to Singapore. Singapore people are not very talkative. I try to find talkative people to talk to my customers. Very difficult to find.
Hardworking.
Yeah, but they're hardworking, that's all.
I'm a Twitter user before I became a mayor, yeah?
Okay.
So when I became a mayor, I make it my account open to public, I answer without admin, I answer myself.
Yes.
Because I'm so connected, people are very close to me
Yeah.
by Twitter.
Yeah.
Like an elementary school student who has Twitter contacted me, Mr. Mayor,
Oh.
help me with the math problem.
That one you may have to ask admin.
Ask your mom. So that's how things now. Yeah,
Okay. That's good. That's excellent.
I have 3 good news for you to give you confidence. Last month we are surveyed the happiness index, and we are the happy society.
Okay,
That's good.
to know.
So people love the city,
Yes.
even though we have some issues, yeah, but we are
Yes, yes,
building.
yes.
Score is 73. 73 means happy.
Yes, yes.
If 80 means very happy.
Mm.
3 months ago, we were surveyed by Lemhanas, the national agency. We are one of the most trustable government in Bandung. The trust of the people reaching more than 90%.
Wow. That's excellent.
So the way we do things,
Yes.
people know, people are making it open for it. So this is a good thing for you to understand the Bandung quality now. Number 3 is we are voted number 1 for City of Tourism, number 1 in Indonesia. So imagine if this quality meet with the smarter way
Yeah.
of serving public,
Yes.
okay, meet with the better infrastructure of transportation, which is
Yeah.
something
Yes.
I'm still
Yeah.
dreaming of.
Yes.
There will be a model city for Indonesian.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So I want to fulfill these things in the remaining 4 years of my term, which is running. That's why I had to pull all the stocks, including the friends from Singapore that's why I give you my political win. If you need personally my involvement to make your business faster, I can do that also. Like I did for the UTC.
Yes.
The American company opened $100 million investment already in Bandung. So now we're under designing the office. So I'm very into the detail. Even now, many talent also starting to move to Bandung.
Okay.
To Dutch architect now open a studio in Bandung. But I think help me to help you by tell me what is the weakness, also like what you said in detail,
Yes.
so I can improve, I can make new
Yeah.
units of service, for example, reforming things.
Actually, the changes are not major. It's just sometimes some subtle changes will see. You know, it's like the butterfly effect. You know, you do something, the effect that you get is very very big. You know, so it's small thing. It's small things here and there.
Don't forget history.
Yeah.
Singapore in 1970s also.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, after one
Correct.
generation, with consistent reform,
Yeah.
then you are become the.
Correct. So it's not really. We're not looking at really major changes.
Okay.
They're just small little things here and there. Yeah.
For this one is also the for
Yeah.
Indonesian standard is a leap.
Yeah.
Yes.
For public service.
Yes.
Correct. It's a major leap. You know. When I came in, I thought I'm going to watch the IMAX movie. You know. There's this IMAX movie. Maybe you can double up as an IMAX movie. You know, people climb Mount Everest with the 3D effect.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And our other Singapore companies, as you know, for the transport, etc., they are still definitely working hard on participating.
Is that progressing well, the public transport?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gimana Bun?
Kalau yang transportasi itu belum.
Yeah, we are moving to the second phase.
Yes, yes.
Because there is some admin
Yeah.
paperwork not completed.
Yes.
So our team said you have to go back and complete the procedures.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
But once this all complete, we'll make announcement. Kapan?
We already announcement on the Monday. We get the unmissing what we call it penjelasan pekerjaan, and then the site visit on the Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's next Monday or?
Yeah, next Monday.
Yes, yes. So next Monday you will announce, yeah, the.
We already announced.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
On our website and our web.
Yes.
I think announcement for the winning party will be sometime Sebulan.
On May.
Maybe a month.
Oh, May.
Yeah.
May, yes, yes.
Next 2 months.
Yes, we also spoke with the Singapore company involved.
SMRT already.
Here's the logic, yeah.
We funded the study also. That's why.
So we also spoke to the Singapore company and they say they are doing the preparation of it.
Ya, mau ke
This is also another cool board.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
very good. Touch,
Yeah, this is good.
Wow.
Wow.
awesome.
It is my message to SMRT.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Because we don't have in Indonesia the model of this public transport. It's a bit late. That's why my legacy is public transport. There are 2 projects. One is connecting the city to Bandung, Bandung to another city. It's one big project. You can create value of property. You bring that infrastructure somewhere here, and end of that somewhere you build like this new city. Like the way you do the Punggol, the way you do the Campinas back then, and that's the same logic. So within the Bandung area, we also this is Cimahi, this is another city. So if you connect in this one, you can create the opportunity. Yeah.
Yes.
Not only connecting already dense area, but you go somewhere where you create a Punggol of Bandung, for example, yeah. Because now it's 2.5 million. Will become 4 million in next 20 years. So if you see only just connecting existing dots, that's also what we need. But if you thinking the bigger picture, you will get the value of property in big time. That's why some company doesn't see this way.
Yes.
Yeah. They just want to see a short-term vision, and but if you see a bigger picture, and that will be the plan.
Yes. Thank you.
And within the Bandung, of course, there are one line, another line connecting. So we're really hoping the Singapore company wins this one.
Yes.
By
Thank you. Yeah, we spoke with them also, and they are definitely working hard to participate in your upcoming tender. Because we also support companies when they do feasibility studies, so we have been also supporting them, with funding and all that to do the feasibility study for this, to participate in this project. So we know, and they are working hard to participate. They know it's coming the next week, the timeline. Yeah? So
I'm the salesman of the smart.
oh yeah, it's very good.
Yeah,
Now we are all impressed that one by one.
So who supplied this board?
Yeah,
Because I know I helped to sell one of these boards before.
Is that so?
But no, there's a Singapore company that does this. It's called PM Education.
This is the good thing.
produce it.
Yeah, you do it like this, then you do.
Salesman.
It's very expert to this.
Wow. It's
So
really
we do other things and
Yes,
go on and
yeah.
go on.
I think we need to get one of those.
We should put this in Atlantis.
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
Uh,
Cool, man.
Yeah, now we are impressed. We'll buy something.
Yeah.
you're doing
You should
good
get,
ambassador for this.
You should get the commission.
Yeah, you're good ambassador for this.
One thing I want to show you something that might need some of your connection is in Indonesia we have the system of vocational school, right?
Vocational school.
Vocational school.
That focus only on do things.
Yes, yes.
Not only technical, sometimes only art, sometimes only
Retailers
hotel,
or
Yes,
hospitality.
and we have the technical vocational.
Yes.
We are thinking to create a drone business.
Drone, okay.
Yeah, drone.
Okay.
For camera.
I see.
I think it's
Yeah.
become popular by your company, maybe
Manufacturing
from
division.
manufacturing in Bandung with this vocational student, but
Okay.
you sell it to the world with this drone made in Bandung, for example.
Wow.
I'm seriously doing research this with ITB as well, but I don't think, or not this one.
There's one with you over Australia.
We have schools, vocational schools that have been teaching, for example, aerospace manufacturing, and I think it's related also.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can definitely ask them.
Di mana? Yeah, something like this,
Yeah.
but I want to have vision made in Bandung.
Yes.
It's big market.
Yes. And you want some your schools to be able to teach students how to make these?
Make and produce.
Yes. So so you have some schools that, because in Singapore we have a vocational school which does our national vocational education. They have been teaching aerospace manufacturing, making like aeroplane engineering parts. So I believe this can be applied, associated with this. We can ask them, so they can then speak to maybe your education department, link up with a school to share their information.
My business sense, this will be booming in Indonesia alone.
Yeah.
So we want to produce that.
Yes, understand.
But why not also export it to the world
Yeah.
with your Singapore enterprise?
Yeah.
The components parts, you have the precision engineering manufacturer clusters, because you need to manufacture the
Yeah. That's why I need your help.
which
Should I do?
companies do.
What should I do to make it happen?
Okay.
Okay. That will be all, yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much,
Ma'am.
Mayor.
I think there are a number of areas that we can look forward to cooperation on. I think some companies are already involved.
Yeah.
And thank you also for supporting the course.
Yeah.
This is
That will be your
complimentary from Equaria.
They
that
actually
will be your
conduct this.
investment in the future.
Yeah.
They actually
No, we-
conduct
yeah.
this course conduct for other governments on a
Yeah.
paid basis, but they are very interested in Bandung, so they say they will do it.
Yeah.
We ask them to.
Yeah.
Oh, one small thing.
Yes.
I want to open a restaurant in Singapore. I have a vision. What we call it Little Bandung.
Wow.
When you go there, you're
Yeah.
not just having a dinner of in Bandung culinary, but also I want to have this exhibition of the best of Bandung.
Oh, yeah.
When you walk to this restaurant, you see the products of
Oh, okay.
Bandung, you see the tourism
Yeah,
videos
yeah.
on the wall.
Yeah. That's good. That's
I
nice.
need information where there is some area in Singapore that we can invest or
But there's a similar concept. So for example, like we have some food street operator, they will actually like they are running food streets in, let's say, Chinatown, or actually maybe even in Resorts World, all that. So
Malaysia, they come.
yeah, so Malaysia they also came and set up
Malaysian
one
bowling.
Yes,
something like that.
Yeah, Malaysia set up a
Let me know if you have that kind of.
We can send you the info first. Are you
Yeah.
planning to travel to Singapore?
Yes, I think
No.
in
I
May.
can do it tomorrow.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Bandung and Singapore is easier than Bandung to Jakarta.
Yeah.
Bandung Singapore is only 1 hour. Bandung Jakarta 3 hours
3 hours.
by ground.
Small
Oh,
tips
thank
for
you.
Yes, thank you. And we really look forward to many areas
Yeah.
of cooperation.
Yeah.
I think I heard from my government colleagues that you may be coming in May for one of the seminars. I think.
I heard, I forgot, but
Yes, yes.
it's
So
already an agenda.
yes, yes. So definitely, the next time you come, please do let us know.
Okay.
And then we will try to arrange meetings with some of these companies.
Yeah.
That we talk about. Yes.
My homework is to send you the Technopolis details, yeah?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Thank
I will
you.
do that.
Yes, and we will definitely please. We'll see you at your next trip to Singapore. Please let us know, and then we can arrange meetings with companies for you as
Okay.
well. Yes.
And I'll bring the Sumarek on the time.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
So see you next time, yeah?
Yep, see you.
Man, kita rin iwakan ba po, man? Persiapan mo.